I'm concerned that he may decide to sign the agreement or have the agreement signed. The programmatic agreement, one of the problems with it is it still references POGET indirectly as one of the areas that our friends in the military want to excavate.
The programmatic agreement outlines how DoD will deal with historic and ancestral artifacts and remains that it impacts during buildup construction. Guam's State Historic Preservation Officer Linda Uggan, the Guam Preservation Trust, the National Trust for Historic Preservation, We Are Guahan, and the Advisory Council on Historic Preservation are all opposed to the document in its current form. In fact, the Guam Preservation Trust, the National Trust for Historic Preservation, and We Are Guahan have filed a lawsuit against the federal government, partly because of the programmatic agreement.
I'm afraid if it's signed off on by the government of Guam, then that will have an impact on the court case that is presently before the federal court. That was filed by the National Historic Preservation Trust.
Senator Gutherz is afraid that the legal interpretation may be that the government of Guam has acquiesced to POGET's use as a firing range complex. Recently, there have been indications that the Calvo administration may be prepared to sign the document. In fact, this is what Governor Eddie Calvo told the Rotary Club last week.
And we're not talking a lot of time. I requested till the end of the month. To me, 2 weeks is long enough. And so we just got wind that that's going to occur. So we have an extension to the end of the month. And of course, by then, we're ready.
The administration has said that if we don't sign it, we lose out on an opportunity to participate in the process. This is not accurate. Even if a programmatic agreement is not signed, DoD still has to follow the National Historic Preservation Act and still has to mitigate any damage it does to historic sites and artifacts. The lack of a programmatic agreement merely means they have to handle each project individually.
Our military friends in the planned programmatic agreement want to be able to have one permit to do all of the excavations at one time. And I have said from the beginning, I don't feel that's in the best interest of the people of Guam, that there should be a permit per project requirement so that the local government has all the regulatory controls in place.